Hello, everyone. This is Ethan from TMYTEK.
Hello, this is Jordan from NI.
Hi, Jordan. It's my pleasure to visit NI, the headquarters in Austin. Today, we're going to demonstrate the best mmWave test bed in the world. So here is a setup with an latest USRP X410 along with the mmWave extension from TMYTEK. So here's a SDR connect with our UD box. It's a frequency extender, and this is the mmWave signal being fed to both the B box. There's two ready-to-use beamformer, and all the setup here work nicely and seamlessly with our software. Let's talk about software and the USRP a little bit, Jordan.
So yeah, let me talk about the NI part of this. But basically our USRP is sending out a signal to the TMYTEK systems and then, receiving the down conversion back. And then we're, both doing the control here and then doing some analysis back on that signal. And obviously we're looking kind of at EVM with a 5D signal, but certainly we can generate other types of waveforms as well.
So thank you for introduction about the USRP. It looks a very versatile system. Here is a software work with our B-Box and UD box really helps to extend frequency range of USRP. Here is a software interface. It's a nice and clean look. With the user interface, we are able to control beam direction. So let me show you what if I move the beam direction, how it affects, does take some effects on the constellation diagram, right? The signal is no more that good. And now I move further, it's getting worse. So I like to press both sides, bring the beam back, so the signal between two beamformer align with each other again, and to get this nice and clean looking constellation diagram. The user interface for BBox Lite is kind of similar to BBox One, so I will speed that one. Here's the interface for UD box. Here's where we set up RF and IF, and the calculator inside the software calculate the necessary local frequency for the system. So now we're using 20 gigahertz as our RF, and to adapt with the IF 2 gigahertz. That's what a USRP generating. Jordan, I'm wondering, is it possible we use that system to develop a testing solution or research solution for ultra wideband or even Wi-Fi 7?
Yeah, that's a great question, Ethan. So the X410 definitely can handle up to 7.2 gigahertz. And with the software, we can definitely play any type of waveform we can as long as we can generate it and it's in TDMS format. But I know that there's frequency ranges beyond that, so maybe you can help us out with the TMYTEK box.
That's our department. So with a frequency converter, I believe the Wi-Fi 7, the carrier frequency is as high as 7 point something, right? So the harmonic or second or third harmonic it falls into mmWave spectrum. So that's one thing we can help with our UD box. For ultra wideband, definitely with the UD box, you are able to extend frequency range to address the range of frequency from like 6 to 11 or 12 gigahertz, that's for sure. One more question for you, Jordan. How flexible of USRP?
Yeah, so the USRP and the system in general is very flexible. So, we have a, 400 megahertz bandwidth, and at least on the USRP side, we can go up to 7.2 gigahertz. That should cover a lot of our needs here. And especially with the software, we can play any, TMS file out of it. So different types of waveforms, anything you can create. And then we can also record those waveforms and do analysis, further after, we play them through. In addition, with TMYTEK, it shows that we can be flexible and adapt to other types of devices and move on beyond some of the features that the X410 has. So we can definitely play in a lot of, different applications, especially the ones that, require some higher frequencies applications there.
Definitely, for sure.
Ethan, how would you use this system to do some MIMO research or expand it to MIMO?
certainly with the capability of USRP, there are multiple ports. So from TMYTEK point of view, multiple UDBox along with a multiple beamformer is very possible. So with that setup, you're able to experience MIMO in mmWave spectrum. And again, our UDBox are able to synchronize with each other, so that makes that happen and makes that possible. So I believe, Jordan, this is a nice platform. Thank you for your time today. There's definitely a very affordable system test bed for any kind of purpose.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by and setting this up with us.
Yeah, happy to visit you again. Thank you, Jordan.